So, hello everyone who are here watching this video. I am having a chat with my friend Aya, and she is really a professional tarot reader, and she does a lot more. But I want to give you an introduction of what she does in her tarot reading. And she is currently based in Dubai, and she's got a very interesting Instagram account, and I've been following her and I've watched quite a lot of her YouTube videos. So I would encourage all of you to do that as well. You can learn a lot from her. So we'll just have a chat with Aya and see, what she wants to share with us today. So Aya, can you tell us, how did you get into this? And I'd like to quickly also jump into the other question is, why Dubai? I think it's an interesting destination. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Well, answering your question, why I'm here? Why Dubai? Why tarot cards? Is this my final destination? Actually, from the long time back, as far as I remember myself, I always felt something is not clicking for me. I felt I have born in a wrong country, which is Latvia, north of Europe. It has been always cold for me, and I didn't understand how come I came to this place and why I am here. It was like a more inner challenge, inner kind of feeling that I don't belong to this physical world. I'm not meant to work 9 to 6 or do something similar. And I had always this question, and then I started my journey when I was around 20, because I started it not knowingly that I am different, because where I grew up there were not that many information. My dad was a doctor, so he was working in a hospital, so very traditional. My mom was pharmacist, again, very traditional. And I grew up in a hardworking family, very traditional. And there was nothing related to spirituality, source, tarot cards, or something like that. And then I was starting my journey questioning myself, who I am. Do I belong to this? Why I have these feelings? And I discovered myself through different kind of experiences. And it took me quite a long time. It took me, well, I'm still discovering myself. I wouldn't say that I am there. And I say, yes, I am 100% there. Every day is a new discovery for me.
Yeah.
Every day I push myself out of the comfort zone to follow my inner guidance. And I remember when I was visiting, one of the times when I was in Vietnam and in Bali, it was few years back. It was already after I discovered tarot cards, but then I had great experiences because I took this journey for really like spiritual development, because I had so many questions. I had so many questions that I couldn't answer myself. I didn't know the techniques, basically. And I did shamanic healing. I did Akashic record reading. And I was told and I saw, and I remember the feelings that I got was I felt, yes, now I know what I'm supposed to do. Now I understand why all the time I felt that I am not from this place, like working, studying, not because I don't like, actually I have master's degree in law and financial crimes that I graduated with cum laude, right? So I achieved quite a lot heights in my corporate world. So it's not about that I'm lazy or not clicking with the corporate world requirements. I click very well, but the inner journey, the inner calling of the person is something different. And I would say tarot cards have been first of my journey that I did when I was 26. almost 10 years ago, I started tarot cards, and I would say tarot cards is for everyone. Everyone can learn them. Everyone. It's not that you need to have special gift. It's everyone's tool how to tap into more information that is not available from our eyesight, from our ears, smells, and so it's something that we are reading the subtle energy which is around us.
So it's a very good tool, right? As it's like a mirror of, it's good for reflecting, like whatever cards we pick, it reveals something within us. So it's yeah, and I do agree with you that it's a fantastic tool that, you know, that we can use. So there are also, you know, maybe people listening to this interview, you know, wondering, because we hear so many stories about the tarot being, you know, you said everyone can use tarot cards, right? But some people are saying, but I'm not psychic, or it's against my religion, you know, should I even be touching the tarot cards? So what do you say to that?
Yeah, this I have heard, that the tarot is evil, the tarot is something related to the darker energies. Well, I live in a Muslim country. I all the respect for those who have beliefs in certain gods, religions. The tarot cards actually are not against it. Or not saying it's somehow harmful. That's what I have found, that, you know, as tarot cards is the way of divination, it looks into the future, which is in some religions against their beliefs, that you cannot enter into the future. So you need to believe 100% in the God's faith, right? The God's journey for every single person. And well, using the cards, you kind of entering into this zone. And the tarot cards can work very well as self-guidance, as guidance for others. And I teach everyone. There are, I would say, even me, I'm a professional tarot reader, and I have a school and course for everyone where I teach from A to Z how to become from complete beginner to professional.
Nice.
Of course, it is dedication, it is practice. Practice is the key word, but everyone can get it if they just go and apply the way I'm teaching it. But on the other hand, there are many tarot readers who are not knowing what they are doing. They just don't know. And it's a question about not only the techniques and the knowledge, because one card, one single card, has more than 20 meanings. So, and there are 78 cards. So do your math yourself. And based on, and the more open-minded you are, as a tarot reader, the better you are with your interpretations, the more exposure, the more knowledge, experience you have in your life, the more variations you can figure out when you are doing the cards, because it's like an imagination process. Okay, how this card can play out in this specific situation with correlation to other cards. This is as well what I'm teaching in the tarot course. But what is as well important, the purity of your intention. Because maybe you have noticed, because you're as well working with a lot of psychics and doing a lot of interesting work for that, that many are, you know, attracting clients by giving fear of loss, fear of some kind of their weaknesses. And thus they are just attracting, come to me more and more and more and more. But what I am trying to do is I'm empowering others. You have the power to decide. You have the power to change your destiny if you do 1, 2, 3. And the tarot cards as well can be used for this guidance, how to empower yourself. If you don't like the destination where you are going right now, you see, okay, here we have some negative cards and I don't like it. What to do? Can I change
Yep.
the outcome? Yes, you can change the outcome. And the tarot cards are actually giving you this guidance. Do not ABC, but maybe Z, Y, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
and otherwise you would not know which direction you should take to go left or right.
Yeah, yeah. And I think people sometimes when they overthink a problem, they get so confused. And I feel the tarot cards is a way to get out of our heads and to see our challenges or problems laid out on the cards. And it gives us a more, I think, a clearer perspective, if we can see it outside of ourselves. And in that sense, I feel the tarot deck is so powerful that it can direct you to maybe even to things that you're not even aware, right? It's a really,
Yes.
really good self-reflection tool. So you're saying that anyone can learn to read the tarot. Do they need to be of a certain age before they go into it?
Yeah, definitely. The tarot, it's like an ethical, moral code. The tarot should be used only when you are after 16.
Okay.
Even though you are very mature, um, let's call it young adult,
Yeah.
because now
Yeah.
children become more mature than it
Yes.
was at our times.
Yeah.
But it's about the energy. And before 16, the child energy still belongs to their parents.
Absolutely.
And,
I agree.
and after that, you can start getting into that. But
Okay.
I would recommend whenever you feel emotionally matured, emotionally balanced, then it's the time. Because if you are scattered energy wise, you will not be that successful. Because with the reading tarot cards, it's the same energy work when you need to ground yourself, when you need to be present, when you are just have one question at the time.
Yeah.
Not like many questions running through our head and then we are
Yeah.
getting confusion.
Yeah.
That's another mistake why one is more successful than the other. It's about the grounding work that, or the inner work that the tarot reader has to do for themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So even if a person is 18, 19, 25, but if they're not emotionally stable, the success may not be as good. So it's also a lot of internal work that they need to do, right? To be more stabilized and to really work on their own stuff, right? Before they can really read cards for other people. But I think to learn it's a good journey. Maybe it also helps them to get clarity and maybe emotional stability if they can use the course as a self-development tool as well. Would that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that definitely works, because the course what I'm offering, I have created to make it not only, because majority of them, well, that's the reality, that you get the same information that you can find anywhere on internet. Now internet is full of interesting information, valuable information. And the value about the course is that I give way beyond that. First of all, it's a self-development. You learn numerology, you learn astrology, you learn tarot cards, you learn quantum jumping, for example, how to tap into even your ultimate potential of yourself as a tarot reader, how to ground yourself. I'm giving the techniques of grounding. So those who are maybe not at the beginning ready to learn, they become more ready when they finish the course. I give techniques how to heighten the intuition, how to open up the third eye, how to activate that, and many other techniques that are quite unique. And I have been collecting them, testing them through different other self-development courses that I have taken, and I have selected them and just gave to everyone through this course. So it's not only the tarot cards, it's
Uh-uh.
way beyond that.
Yeah,
And on top of
absolutely.
that, not only the theory we are doing, because everywhere you might find, okay, there's theory, we understand that, but what about the practice? So we have during the course 3 live practice sessions together with me.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, where we step by step learn how to work with cards, answer all the questions, all the concerns. We literally practice on each other. Students are practicing on each other, not knowing who is this person. First time I see, but they will already from the first time they will understand the tarot cards they are working. Definitely,
Yes.
I have more than 100 students already during 1 year who have graduated. Everyone have learned reading tarot cards spot on.
Nice, nice.
Because not only the technique, how you do it, but as well the interpretation I give is based on today's world, because there are no vague interpretations. There are no, because in many books you will find something vague. So, but how this applies to this modern world while I'm going to the work and having so many relationships and so many problems, how this is applying, right?
Yeah.
The question is very often there. So I give spot on interpretation. You use this sentence, you will succeed. Literally.
Nice. Okay.
So it's literally like spoon feeding everyone. Just the information is so much that if they repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, they can reach a very high level in a very short period of time.
Nice. So how long is the full course if someone wants to take this course?
It is 8 weeks.
8
So
weeks?
one
Pretty
session,
intense. Yeah.
one session per week. And 3 weeks, no, sorry, 2 weeks, we have 2 sessions because we mix theory with the live practice session.
Okay.
And the last week is only the practice session.
Okay. All right. So those of you who are watching this right now and you're interested to learn from our tarot expert, Aya, do use the link that we have provided you, and don't forget to use the discount code so that you get a little bit of discount from this entire course. And so before we end off this chat with Aya, and I'm not sure whether she'll be open to this, but would you be able to just maybe read one card for the audience? Like, what is maybe the card or message for them, whoever's going to be watching this recording? Yay, we're going to get a one card. Look at the way she shuffles the cards. Very professional.
So we have 3 of cups. 3 of cups is, first of all, it's a group. So as you can see, 3 cups, 3 ladies are celebrating, and it is a celebration of some kind of positive event. And maybe this is the celebration of saying that if you are really coming and taking and proceeding, you will be definitely celebrating the life, because of course I make it fun. It's not only theory, dry and boring, it's always fun, full of active, practical work that you are doing even through pre-recorded lessons. But of course, in the live, we have a lot of fun. We are laughing, we are answering the questions, we have good vibe. And this is exactly what is identified by this card.
Nice.
Happiness, coming together, celebrating, sharing our positive moments, and just celebrating life.
Yeah,
Nice.
The
life is good.
And cups, it's, I mean, psychological level, right? When we talk about cups, it's like being full and overflowing. So it's a nice symbol as well, I feel, when getting the message that, this course is about being overflowing, being full within themselves so that they can learn and grow. Yeah. So thank you so much, Aya, for sharing and for this really nice chat. And just a reminder, everyone, if you're watching this recording and you want to learn from Aya, she's really an expert in tarot reading. Go check her out on her Instagram, especially, and her YouTube, and you can see how she does it. And whenever you want to take up the course, just go to the link that is provided and use the discount code. And we hope to see you again. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so how do your parents feel about you? Your father being a doctor, your mom being a pharmacist, and you doing tarot reading is so totally off base from them. So how do they feel about you doing this?
Yeah, actually, when I started to do, and just recently, my mom saying, you know what, I was doing the same. I had my tarot cards in my closet, but I was kind of not doing because she was focusing on her business, on her work. And, she grew up in a different as well kind of traditions. But yes, she had the tarot cards. She's very good in numerology and as well doing energy healing. So it has been in our family.
Okay. So these are gifts that you kind of like your ancestral gift in a way. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But you chose a completely different path. Like being a pharmacist is really quite different. Yeah. And what about your father? Does he do any of this? Is he spiritual?
No.
Okay.
He's not. Okay. He's just stayed where he is, being a doctor.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing.
But nothing against that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Doctors are needed in the world today. Definitely. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.